Hey guys, hi friends. How are we? It's crazy. I'm back on a Monday. There are the dogs, right on cue. I'm back in my office. It is a Monday afternoon. I feel much better than I did last Monday. Hey, guys. So yeah, we're back again, but I really want to say thank you to everyone who reached out and watched and offered their condolences over the passing of my father. That means a lot. It really does. If you had told me just a couple of years ago that I would be dealing with all of this, I wouldn't have believed you. And I miss my dad terribly. I miss him every single day. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for everyone who has offered condolences and sympathy and warm wishes and thoughts and prayers and just everything. It's kind, so kind, and it means a lot. So anyways, I have a lot to talk about because as you might notice, I'm probably going to be coughing a little bit in this video, and my voice is definitely off. I've got like a beautiful sinus infection cold thing. It's not COVID, it's not anything like that. It's just, I can tell it's just this really, really annoying sinus. So I've been dealing with a lot of sinus pressure and my head hurts constantly. And then I just get this annoying little cough from like the drainage, and it's gross, and I'm sorry that it's gross. I'm gonna do my best to like cough over there when I have to. It's my husband's fault. He got me this way. So I am a little bit tired, but I'm hanging in there. I'm trying to just keep it together and speak loud enough, but not too loud that it'll stress my already tired throat. But yeah, today was weird. It was almost 3 o'clock on a Monday, my time, which I normally record around this time on Mondays, because normally I've picked my son up from school, and if we have to run an errand, we've done it, and we've come home, and here we are. But today, because of where we are, I live in Iowa on the Mississippi River, so I'm in an area known as the Quad Cities. Unfortunately for us, COVID cases are on the rise, and so the school system that we are a part of decided that for the safety of everyone, the teachers, the kids, staff, just everyone in general, parents as well, it would be best for us to move to remote or online learning 100% for the next 2 weeks, starting today. So 10 school days, 2 weeks total, and they are going to reevaluate, and there's a really good possibility that it will remain online for the foreseeable future. So it's really reminiscent of where we were back in March, because my son went on spring break in March, and then before spring break was over, they announced that we would not be coming back to school, that we would be doing remote learning, and I just feel like here we are again, and that's really scary as a parent and as an adult and as an employee. I have a job, and I obviously didn't go to work today because I had to stay home with my son. And there's just a lot of stuff, and it's really, really scary, and I'm really anxious about a lot of things. So yeah, I'm doing this to keep up my routine, and I want to have some sense of normalcy, and honestly this brings me comfort, so here we are. But I think it's going to be a little weird for a little while. My uploads might get kind of wonky because obviously while he's home and I'm home, I need to focus on making sure he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, and he's paying attention and doing schoolwork and is on track, and I can't do that if I'm on social media or not paying attention. So but this seems like a really good time. We finished our school day. He worked really, really hard today and was really focused, and so I've given him some screen time, and he is upstairs currently in his room with his school laptop on PBS Kids. Isn't it great? Think back to when you were 8 and then you're done with your school day and you're like, I'm gonna watch cartoons, and that's like what he is. He's only the difference, instead of plopping down in front of a TV, he's on like a little Chromebook and he's on PBS Kids. But that's all good, and I'm okay with it because it's a school issued laptop, and I know that he can't access anything he's not supposed to. I'm a good parent, right? My dog has something. Hang on. We're gonna be calm. He had one of my project bags, and he had ripped it open. Luckily, the actual project is sitting here right next to me, in my big, tote. But the individual bag that I use to, store the pattern and the floss and stuff like that, I just left sitting over there, and he got a hold of it and ripped it open, but luckily the pattern is still intact, the copy I made is still intact, and my floss is fine. So, dogs. I feel like every time I'm recording, I'm drinking either soda or coffee, and I swear, I drink water. I drink water the majority of the time, but it just feels like every time I'm recording, I have not water. Oh well. So first of all, let's talk about progress. I worked on 3 different projects last week. Again, one of those I can't show because it is a gift for a friend, but it is almost done, and I am so excited, and I will definitely, even if it's just a standalone little bitty video kind of thing, my knee is so itchy. I will show it when it's done. It's really, really cute, but it is almost done. I think I will definitely finish it this week. All that's left is just a little bit of back stitching. So, but of course I worked on Praise Him with Strings. Again, ignore the jankiness. That is the way I'm holding things. I now have little clips. Look at these little gem clips. Isn't that cute? I did not make these. I have 2 of them. I heard my son. I did not make these. They came in one of my stationery packs that I have. It came in one of the months of Pretty Paper Club, where the theme was you're a gem. So they included these cute little, it's just super glued like gemstones on painted clips, but I love them. And so I've pinched them onto this because I've moved the Q-snap around, so I have all this random fabric, and I just used it to hold it out of my way. But ta-da! It's hard to tell, but I did do the verse, and those are French knots. Oh, focus. It's not gonna. But I did French knots. I don't like French knots. French knots are hard, especially because I'm left-handed. But I did the wording, and then I scooted everything over. I finally finished all of the greenery around it, and I have started filling in the guitar. And this is so tedious because it's just 6, 7, 6 over and over and over and over and over. Obviously there is other stuff in the middle, there's the hole and then the strings and everything, and there is some more of this darker color, and I'm thinking that I might I'm gonna stitch up a couple more rows of this golden color and then count in and do the other color just to break it up, and so then that way all I have to do then is just go back and fill it in, because right now I'm trying to count, and I'm also trying to keep track of when does the other element come in, and so I'm making it harder on myself than I need it to be. But I did quite a bit. And it's looking great, and I'm excited. So there was that beauty. I have to admit, So I did work on a year in chalk November. I did penalty stitches, like 300 penalty stitches. So I did work on it, but obviously because I've been home today, and I didn't want to turn anything on that would distract my son, I was stitching on this earlier. So there's extra work done than what I just yeah. Here we are. Ta-da! We're getting there. I am almost done. I'm up here now. I just need to do, like, I'll have to move this, but like the top border and then just finish in. There's like a couple more, there's like 3 acorns that go like right here. But yeah, it's almost done. So ta-da! This is the project bag that my dog just got a hold of, but luckily I have the project so he could have the bag. Don't ruin my projects. There's that. I'm going to talk about prompts real quick, and then I have things to show because I literally went and checked my mail right before I started filming this, and I have a package. It's really not that exciting. It's mainly just sticky board, but there is fabric in here that I haven't looked at yet, but I thought we could look at it together. So I'm excited. Plus I had stuff that I had ordered that I didn't get to show because that was in like the lost footage from last Monday that I ended up deleting because it wasn't good. But yeah, let's take a look. So this week for School of Magical Stitches, and there is a homework video that has been dropped by Lisa. It is on her channel, Shady Trees with a Z, Trees Stitchers, and she and a couple friends talk about the homework for School of Magical Stitches, Semi-Sane, and the Daily 30. I am not in Daily 30, so I don't know anything about that, but she did drop that if you are also interested in watching that or want more information and don't want to listen to me ramble. So, blah, 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 the story. Same thing as last week, where we have 5 tasks. Each one is, is 200 stitches. Penalty is 300. I'm gonna have to pull out some of my other whips this week, I think. And that's okay, because I'm close to where I want to be with those, so they're gonna be finishing, so I have to pull out other whips, obviously. Number 1, because it was an all-girls mission, sorry I got distracted by a car that just drove by, stitch on a whip that has a girl prominent in the design. Well, Thistle would have been perfect for that, but I finished Thistle. So I currently don't have any other designs that feature humans, so I'll be doing penalty on that. More than likely, I think I already marked that I was going to be doing penalty on, no, but I will probably be doing penalty on Praise Him with Strings, just because that's the one I'm really focusing on that. Number 2, something you would find in the jungle. I'm going to use Praise Him with Strings, because you would definitely find leaves and plants and vines in a jungle. Number 2, stitch on something that you could use to zip line and explain. And she gave some examples: trees, rocks, mountains, helmet, rope, and said be creative. And so if I really wanted to like stretch it and be really, really creative, I could again use Praise Him with Strings and claim, you know, if you took enough guitar strings and put them together, you could make a cable, but meh. Plus, then I could bring out, let me just make all the noise real quick. Ta-da! I can bust out the Deck the Halls Christmas Sal from 2019 that I still haven't finished. But I can bust him out because trees. I don't really feel like being creative. I feel like doing what's given to me. So I'm going to say trees because you anchor the lines and stuff to trees and da-da-da-da-da. there we go. Plus, I'm so close. I have this one to finish, which is really just doing the outlines for wrap presents. And then the last section is to bake gingerbread. So, I mean, come on. It's so close. So there's that. Then, stitch on a whip that has something that could create shadow. This one, I'm kind of going with whatever. It's either going to be Praising with Strings, and I'm going to use the guitar, because the guitar can cast a shadow, or I'm going to use the Deck the Halls, because pretty much anything in that can cast a shadow. The trees, the presents, the snowman, the bells. So it really, what's going to determine it for me is where I am near the end and see how close I am to finishing Praise Him with Strings, and if I think that'll finish it for me, I'll use that. If not, you know, I'll pull that baby out. Then, back on the ship, blah, 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 blah. Stitch on a whip that needs my attention. So that's either going to be Deck the Halls, or one of my other, or I might do a new start and either do one of the December patterns I have and go ahead and start working on that, or my well hello there, because surprise, I'm gonna ruin it. I got the fabric for well hello there, and so I'm ready to start those, and those will be really quick. And so I could say I need to actually work on the well hello there November, because I really would like to have that done. So yeah, there's that. That is that. So then let's go to the Stitchagories. The letter this week is R. And I think I'm SOL with this one as well. I went in and looked at it and said I would be doing the light version for this one as well, where I'll do the 100 stitches if it fits, the 200 if it doesn't. Type of mammals. There's not a lot. Lisa and her friends go over it in her video, but it's basically like raccoons, red pandas, rodents. There's a lot of reptiles, but they're reptiles and those aren't mammals. And I don't have anything with mammal animals on it. I am thankful for blank, and we need to fill in the blank with a word or words, and it starts with R. And I mean, I could do, I am thankful for reading. I do have one that's a bookshelf. I could pull that out if I really, really wanted to. I don't really want to, but I could. Oh, here. You could say, I am thankful for receiving presents, receiving love. I feel like there's a lot. They took it quite literally as like a noun. So it was like, I mean, and so you could say, you know, I am thankful for a roof. I am thankful for the road. I am thankful for rocks. I don't know, maybe you're a geologist. Words that describe someone. There's a bunch of words. I chose the word religious because Praise Him with Strings is a religious piece, and it is for a religious friend. I think I said religious, a religious friend, so I said religious, and I'm going to do that. Things you buy for kids. I'm going to be, it's a stretch, but I'm going to, and do, I held it up as if I already had it on here, and I don't. Right here in this corner will be a present, and on the present is a ribbon. So I'm going to say that you buy ribbons for kids, like little girls you put in their hair, even though I don't have. And then 5 types of birds. Ravens, robins, roosters. So I do have harbingers, but it is not started, but harbingers has a raven. I'm going to say it's a raven. Has a raven on it. But yeah, so there's that. Paul, what did I do with it? Nope. Nope. Yep. Okay, so I mentioned that I got the fabric I wanted for, well, hello there. And I also ordered, I feel like I might have already shown these, but they're so cute, so I want to show them again. I got the button packs for, this is November. This is December. And this is January. Super cute. I love Januaries with the mitten. But the fabric I ordered, because I'm not a fan of just straight white fabric, I want it to have a little bit of color. Obviously when I first started stitching, that's all I used because it was the easiest. But now I want it to have color. I like it. I love hand-dyed fabric. It just feels like everyone is unique and it's individual to that person and to your project. So I really, really like using hand-dyed now. So I really don't think I would ever use white unless there are 2 projects that come to mind for me that I would use white on, and it's because they're supposed to look like they are playing cards, and so I would want them to be the whitest white I could find. So yeah, but this is the fabric I chose. And it is 32 count fairy dust. I am really excited. Just Belfast linen, 18 by 27. So it's off-white. It is not white exactly. It is rather creamy. It's got almost like a yellowy hint to it, but not like it's not quite ivory, I would say. I don't think it's quite ivory. But I'm excited. I think all of the patterns will look really nice on this. So yeah. So I ordered that a couple weeks ago. And I received it like last week, I want to say, or the week before. And I'm pretty sure 2 weeks ago. And I recorded the day before it arrived. So then I showed it last week, but then blah, 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 blah. Things change. Okay. So this week, like I said, I pretty much just ordered a bunch of sticky board. I just got it in a bunch of sizes. As a bunch of sides. Yeah, you know, I just ordered it as a bunch of sides. Put these over. You hear that? Hear that sound of beads. But yeah, I just went and got, basically, I just wanted a range of sizes to be able to use. And then I also got some Mill Hill beads in, I believe it's called Autumn Flame. The number is 42033. It's these pretty like orange beads. Whoops. The dragonfly that I'm working on. These are the beads that are called for the eyes. And I have like red ones left over from Thistle, but I don't want my dragonfly to have red eyes. So, ooh, my fabric. Okay, so I did buy fabric for Harbingers because I have all the floss and I wanted the fabric, and I figured, why the hell not? Ooh, I like it. Originally, I think it called for the color Mirage. which is I think by, I don't remember by who, which is a really pretty color, like don't get me wrong. But then I saw this color and I was like, this is it. This is what I want. I like it. It's kind of a greeny gray. Anyways, sorry, I'll just show it. Look at this. So this is, I did 36 count Edinburgh linen. Switched it up in the color Bramble by Picture This Plus. I think it's so pretty. Look at that. It's like a very light, like green gray. It looks more gray on the camera, but it's got like green. I think it's gonna look so good on this because the floss is just shades of silver and gray and black, and I just think it's gonna look so nice on this. I'm excited. So there's that. And so the bags that they send it in, I just use these as product bags because they're perfect. Like they hold the floss before I'm ready to use it. I'll pull out the pattern and everything and I'll put it in here and then it's ready to go. So there was that. So I do have one more thing I want to show that I'm actually rather proud of. So, funny story, I have an FFO in the sense that it is ready to be framed. I did not frame it because it is a gift and I didn't want to pick out a frame in case we had different tastes, but I did have it mounted. I didn't want to just give her a piece of fabric, so I put it on sticky board. Oh my gosh. And I have to say, please be gentle, please be kind. I had never done this before. I had ironed and washed my pieces previously, but I had never mounted them before. So I watched a lot of videos over and over and was a panicky mess the whole time, and I actually originally filmed me doing it, but it was not good because my filming setup was really, really weird and janky, and then I was a hot mess and was nervous and spent half the video just rambling and then half the video not talking because I was like concentrating. So I have thistle mounted. I'm so excited. It's not perfect, and I don't care that it's not perfect, but I did it, guys. Like I'm not gonna show the back because I'll do this. I'm not, but I wrote, my whole name is on here. So, and just information that is private for the person. But yeah, I ironed her and then I got her stretched out and I pressed her on and then I glued the edges down and I did it. I did this. I did this. You know, I know she's not centered and I know like this edge is obviously way closer than this side, but I don't care. I was such a nervous wreck doing this and I positioned her over and over and over again. But I love it. I really do. I think she came out the best I could have hoped for. So, yay! And then that made me feel better about ordering all this sticky board because now I actually have like the confidence to do a bunch. And so I have a stack of FOs over here that have that I ironed and are ready to go on sticky board. And finally, last but not least, books. This book, almost done. Here's my bookmark. Page 372 of 437. I haven't read yet today, so I still need to get my reading time in today. I like to try and read for about an hour at least every day. So I got that, and then I finished The Long Walk by Stephen King, writing as Richard Bachman. So good. So good. I listened to it as an audiobook, and then I went and grabbed the physical copy just to flip through because I didn't know it until I grabbed the book. The beginning of the chapters have like a quote. It's like this one: "The ultimate game show would be one where the losing contestant was killed." By Chuck Barris, game show creator, MC of The Gong Show. So at the beginning of each chapter, there are quotes, but they didn't say the quotes in the audiobook, but I wanted to just look at them, so I borrowed it and I just like flipped through it this weekend just to look at the quotes. You do not tell the truth, and so you have to pay the consequences. You did not tell the truth, and so you have to pay the consequences. Bob Barker, Truth or Consequences. So I did that. This was excellent. This was really, really, really good. Kind of a slow burn. Definitely a slow burn. There are some graphic sections. There are some parts that, so if gore is not for you and you are upset by teenagers being killed or gore, blood and things like that, probably not for you. There is also a few references to sexual conduct and sexual acts. So again, if it's not your cup of tea, maybe don't check it out. But I really, really enjoyed it. I have learned this about myself over the last couple of years, that I love dystopian fiction. I really do. And if my last few kind of books haven't been obvious, I don't know what it is. I don't know what draws it to me, but I really like dystopian fiction. So this was really good. Send more my way. What else did I bring home? The next book I started for Stephen King, I got the audiobook for Cujo, and I have started listening to that. I'm not very far in. I'm only on like the second disc of 12, but I'm really enjoying, with my son going to like soccer clinic on Saturdays. He goes and then I just stay there in the parking lot, since it's only an hour, and by the time I would drive home, I would have to just turn around and come right back, and that's a waste of gas and time. So I go and then I just stay in the parking lot, and I bring, this is 2 weeks now, and I've brought my stitching bag with me, and because I've had these audiobooks and I have a CD player in my car, I just sit and listen to audiobooks and stitch for an hour on Saturday mornings, and it's been really nice to do that, to just sit. Like, yeah, I'm sitting in my car and it's not the most comfortable, and if it's going to stay cold, it's definitely not going to be comfortable, but I get an hour of, like, my defined quiet to sit and listen to a book and read. Well, stitch. Listen to a book and stitch. So, yeah, who wouldn't like that? I went and got the second book of the Ghouls Next Door series, The Monster of Mallow Marsh. I'm really excited to start that one, but I need to control myself, because obviously I have other books that I have started and or are in the process of, and that I need to focus on, like Three Dark Crowns. That book is still really good, and I just keep letting other books distract me. So my goal is definitely to like finish this either today or tomorrow, and then sit down with Three Dark Crowns and revisit that beauty. So that's where I am. Well, I think that's pretty much it. That's where I'm going to wrap things up. I'm yawning, but I'm also kind of fidgety. Been sitting here for about 45 minutes, and yeah, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Go wiggle around. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. And if you've made it this far, we are almost at 50 subscribers, and I know that sounds so small and so like trivial, but it means a lot to me. I am blown away. So I I want to do something kind of special for 50, because you don't just get 50 subscribers every day. So yeah, and let me know what you guys want to see. I was thinking about either doing like a Stitch with Me / Q&A, where we just kind of what we here in my circles call a stitch and bitch, where we just sit around and we sit and talk and stitch. I thought about doing a like stationery haul video. It's not stitching related, but because I have so much stationery goodies and like papers and envelopes and stickers and stuff, I have like storage binders full of it. I thought it might be fun to go through that. Or we could do, I'm gonna do it no matter what. I just didn't know if I wanted to do it for like my 50 subscriber count. I have a stitchy box. It's actually what my camera is sitting on top of right now. But I actually ordered a stitchy box, and it got delivered back in September. I don't know. It was delivered this fall, and I have the reading, like the book lovers stitchy box. Obviously that was during the time when my dad passed away, and so I actually only opened the first 6 days of the stitchy box. And then just like everything else, it got put away because I shut down. I just lost interest in a lot of things. So I've got it here in front of me, and I thought it would be fun if I did like an unboxing of the stitchy box and showed you guys everything that was in it from day 1 to day 30 or 31. I think there's only 30, but I thought we could do that. So I guess just let me know, or yeah. But I'm gonna go now. I'm done, but hang in there. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble and for providing support and encouragement and just being your awesome selves. So stay calm, stay cool, stay collected, stay stitchy. Have a happy week. Have a happy life. Thank you guys. Thanks for being here.